Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Marish. I'm going to show you today a double replacement reaction. I've had quite a few requests about it. Also want to clarify some confusion. So in the Moodle assessment, or the Moodle quiz that I have up there for reaction prediction, the second problem of double replacement reactions is the one we're going to do. It's copper 2 hydroxide and acetic acid. A lot of the questions I've been getting are dealing with acids, and when you see an acid name, I want you to refer to the Ed puzzle that was put up a little while ago, which is on word equations. The very first slide, things you need to know and things you should remember. If you don't remember them, write them down somewhere. These are common acids. I see a lot of people submitting problems on Moodle with acetic acid written like this. Well, that's weird. Okay, written properly and not so crazy looking like this. This right here is acetic acid, yes. However, we didn't teach you this for acetic acid. When you write any ionic formula, which acetic acid is an ionic formula, the positive ion goes first. The negative ion for acetic acid is acetate. And when you crisscross this, you're going to get HCH3COO. Now the computer in Moodle will recognize this because that's the way we taught you. If you're doing internet searches for your names, you're not going to get the same formula as the way we taught you to do it. So if you don't remember how to do it, refer to your notes. Look up past histories and how we've done things, and you'll be all right. So this is acetic acid. This is also acetic acid, but don't do it that way. Cool? Let's move on. To approach this problem, copper 2 hydroxide, use your periodic table, polyatomic ion sheet, and look up these charges. Copper 2 is copper with a 2 plus. Hydroxide is the OH 1 minus ion. When we crisscross that, we're going to get Cu, OH, rewrite them together, move your numbers, put a 2 there. I'm putting a 2 next to a polyatomic ion, so that requires a parenthesis. And I'm putting a 1 next to copper, so I do not have to write it. Acetic acid is HCH3COO. From a 4, it's an H plus and a CH3COO1 minus. In a double replacement reaction, the positive ion from your first substance combines with the negative ion of your second substance. So on this side of the arrow, if I can make an arrow, here is an arrow. The positive ion, Cu2 plus, combines with the negative ion of the second compound, CH3COO1 minus. Rewrite them together. It's a U. Move your numbers. 2 goes down here. I'm putting a number next to a polyatomic ion, so it requires parentheses. This is a 1. I do not have to write it. The second substance that you will get for this double replacement reaction is what happens when this positive, this is supposed to be in blue, it says it's blue, this positive is going to combine with this negative. So H plus, always write your positives first, is going to combine with OH minus. And we're going to get HOH. Moving your numbers, you put a 1 here and a 1 here, which you do not have to write. And you should always have a plus sign. Now, in this assignment, I am not asking you to balance them because this is hard enough. So if you can get the right symbols, you're good to go. Don't worry about balancing. A lot of people, I believe, have been searching this up. So if I do a little cheat here, right, and I look for that, because I know that's how everybody does everything in Google, you're going to find things like this. And they show balanced reactions, which is not what we want. You got to practice this, because on your test for this chapter, which is coming up shortly, I'm going to have you doing this in a completely different way, which will not really allow that kind of searching, because, you know, people like to do dishonest things when they're home alone in front of their computer. So, in Moodle, we're going to put this up there. CuOH2 HCH3COO. It's supposed to be a U. That's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be that. Okay. I erased too many things. Now that this is entered, what I want to do is show you what happens if this is written incorrectly with an H at the end, like you get off that internet search. We'll finish our attempt for just that problem, and I'll show you. It will say you're wrong. You are wrong because we did not teach you this way. So, very important to make sure you type it in correctly. Now let me go back and do it the other way. And the computer will recognize it correctly this time, I'm hoping, because it's right. And there we go. Everything is correct. So I'm just letting you know, if we see certain things, we will know that you're not trying it on your own. You're looking everything up. Try it on paper first. Submit this form one time. See what you got right, and try again if you don't get it. But for now, that's all I got. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to make another one of these shortly.